Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Connoisseur. Today, we'll be taking a look at one of my favorite cartoons, Talespin. Yeah, this is a great cartoon. It takes characters from the Jungle Book and puts it in alternate 1930s sky, air fantasy place, but takes place. It starts out with Thunder and Lightning, parts 1 through 4. Here, Blue is a lazy bear, of course, and he meets this kid at Louie's, named Kit Cloudkicker, and he doesn't know it at the time, but Kit actually took something from Don Carnage, the fearless pirate, and very fearsome character, very funny too, voiced by Jim Cummings. So it's introduced that Baloo has this turbo button on his plane, and after some many adventures, it turns out that what Don Carnage stole was from Shere Khan Industries, sort of this electrical lightning generator, and Baloo has to go up against Don Carnage once he invades Cape Suzette, and essentially attaches planes to the Sea Duck, his airplane, and essentially goes like kamikaze on Don Carnage's airship, the Iron Vulture. Yeah, the Iron Vulture. Anyway, it's a great series. Sets up why Baloo works for Rebecca Cunningham, because she pieced back together his plane, and he works for Hire now, the new business, because he never paid his bills. It's a great formula. Baloo's always trying to sneak off and be lazy, and Rebecca's always on his ass. And let's go through the episodes, shall we? I'll note some ones I like. Disc 1. I don't know if you see that there. Yeah. Anyway, Disc 1. Thunder and Lightning, Pilot, Parts 1 through 4, From Here to Machinery, came from Beneath the Sea Duck. Actually, that's pretty clever play on words for it came from Beneath the Sea. Time Waits for No Bear, Mommy for a Day, and I Only Have Ice for You. Now, these are good cartoons. Let's continue, shall we? Mollycoddle, Polly Wants a Treasure, Vowel Play. That's a good one, actually introduces the importance of being able to spell in a very clever way. Anyway. The Idle, Rich, Stormy Weather, Barely Alive, Her Chance to Dream, All's Whale That Ends Well. It's an episode about whale and, I think, animal abuse. Golden Sprocket of Friendship. I love these. Here's the second disc, by the way. Yeah. So, then finally, the third disc, which actually has something from the second volume. But here's the Baloo, Louie, and the adventurer Foxy lady from Bells of Tabula. For a few dollars more, obviously a take on it for a few dollars more. A Bad Reflection on You, Part 1, Bad Reflection on You, Part 2. On a Wing and a Bear, Star is Torn, A Touch of Glass. The bigger they are, the louder they oink. Spy in the Ointment, and the Bluest of the Blue Bloods. Now, obviously, these are all great cartoons, and they're very well worth your time watching. If you like airplanes, or anything like Top Gun, or if you ever thought, where did they get the idea for Crimson Skies? Well, obviously it's Talespin. Now we're on to the second volume. Talespin, Volume 2. And what I like about this is they take characters from the Jungle Book. Louie's this bartender character that Blue's always going to. Shere Khan has an army of Bagirs working for him. They take Shere Khan, the most fearsome animal in the jungle, and they put him in a business suit thus making him 1,000 times even more dangerous. He rarely gets his hand sturdy, but that doesn't stop him every once in a while from doing so. You do not want to mess with Shere Khan in a business suit. Anyway, Flight School Confidential is Disc 3, so let's go back to Disc 1, shall we? Yeah. A Blue Switcheroo, Whistle Stop Jackson legend. That's actually a good one where Blue crashes and he's kind of afraid to fly and he has to find his inner pilot again. And he's coached by Whistle Stop Jackson. And he manages to regain his confidence as a pilot, flies out of this near impossible situation with just good piloting skills. Turns out Whistle Stop Jackson had been dead for like 40 years or something along those lines. So Blue was interacting with the dead person, learning to fly again. It was a great episode, made me tear up a little. Double or Nothing, Feminine Air, Last Horizons, Flight of the Snow Duck, Save the Tiger, The Old Man and the Sea Duck, War of the Weirds. I think War of the Weirds was like this episode where Blue is trying to fool Rebecca Cunningham that he has been kidnapped by aliens, and then this psychotic, paranoid military nephew tries to prove that there are aliens, and hijinks ensue. It's funny. Disc 2. Captain's Outrageous, The Time Bandit, For Whom the Bell Clings, Part 1 and Part 2. That's the Bells of Tabula one I was telling you about. The Bells of Tabula episodes are ones I've never been quite sure if I had seen both of them, but now I'm sure I have. I saw them at different times. It's great because Blue and Louie are on some time off from Rebecca's Hire for Hire. They're going adventuring. They fall for this beautiful skirt, which they promise each other they won't go chasing after skirts or falling for any women, and they immediately fight over who gets to be this foxy lady, and she's like this archaeologist on the way trying to find this lost city of Tabula, and obviously she finds it, but then there's, I think, the character, I think his name is Clang, but let's face it, he's essentially Ka from the Jungle Book, with the iron jaw, of course, but it was a great episode. There were sonic waves and stuff, and Tabula was just this giant weapon, and it was crazy, but it's so worth seeing again after all these years. Let's see. That's 3. Flight School Confidential, Bring Down Babyface, Jumping the Guns, In Search of Ancient Blunders, Louis' Last Stand. That's one where, anyway. Sheepskin Deep, Pizza Pie in the Sky, Blue Thunder, Bullethead Blue. After the Bell Clings, Part 2 is Citizen Khan, Cruel and Unusual Punishment, A Jolly Molly Christmas. It was a Christmas episode with Molly believing there was a Santa and Blue trying to cheer her up by pretending to be Santa. My Fair Blue, Waiters of the Worst Treasure, Disc 2. Anyway, that's the first 2 volumes of Talespin. All very good time spent watching these. I really do like these. And here's the third one. It doesn't list the episodes, and honestly, it's a Disney exclusive for Volume 3. You get the rest of the episodes. I don't remember them all, but there's this one starring this character who everybody loves called Ace London. And he's trying out this new jet engine contraption, and he switches up his box with Blue's. So Ace London has this jarred pickles, and Blue has this new test jet engine he straps to the Sea Duck. It's awesome. Anyway, then of course the last one that's noteworthy on this one is, last one I find really noteworthy was Paradise Lost. It's about Bobcat being interested in dinosaurs. There's this mythical land in the Gobi Desert, I believe, where there's this waterfall that brings the jungle and dinosaurs back to life. Now they find out the expedition is more for a hunting party to kill the dinosaurs, and as they're away, Bobcat is left behind, and he figures out a way to essentially save the dinosaurs, which is by turning them back into sand, by stopping the river. And so he manages to make the guy seem like a liar to the other hunters, and then after they leave, the valley is then flooded again by the river, and all the dinosaurs can live again and be happy and stuff. It's a very sweet episode. Anyway, one last final thing is the artwork on the back of this. I don't know who drew this, but that does not look like the sea duck. And right here is Rebecca. She never had her hair like that. I don't know if you can see it real well. But yeah, I don't know who drew this. Maybe it's a prototype for the series, or maybe it's drawn by someone who never saw the show, but I don't know what's wrong with this. It's an interesting design for the sea duck, don't get me wrong, I like it. But it's just not the sea duck I know from the show. So, do you like Talespin? Do you not like Talespin? Do you want to check it out? What do you think of Talespin? Comment below, let me know. Do you like the Jungle Book? Do you think Talespin is a complete bastardization of the Jungle Book? Do you like Talespin more than the Jungle Book? So yeah, just comment below. That's Talespin, and this is the Connoisseur signing off. See ya.